Alright, and time to start fishing for some time again this evening, now that much more awake compared to yesterday when tried to actually start out and then would notice that fell asleep suddenly, so that was not the most fortuitous occasion to go fishing. But today we are again more awake and ready to go for a bit of fishing, so let's get started. Again, the usual lake. We have lately been also trying the boat a bit on, though fishing from the boat proved kind of like either we didn't really know what to look for on the sonar, or it simply wasn't very successful otherwise. So we still have some bait and can again go to the tip of the pier for some more fishing. Maybe later again try the boat, because the boat wasn't very overall that interesting necessarily. So let's do a good long cast and see what kind of fish await us. Alright, there's something on the hook. Not very feisty though, so most probably it's like pumpkin seed or something very modest. Smallmouth bass. 650 grams. Actually not too bad. Let's sell for 11 and cast out for more fish. Oh, there's also a viewer, so you of course get a wave. Welcome to the stream. We are fishing some also this evening. So let's do a good long cast again and see what we can catch. Oh, hello, Luna. Great to see you. It was nice to see. Yeah, hello there. You both of course get the wave very soon. Oh yeah, I was guessing that you would need to go to shower after the stream. Luna had a great stream, would say. say we had very nice attention from the audience too. And do think this is the first time Doc is watching this, so now that we reel this fish in, then you all bunch get away. This again looks to be a modest sized fish. Another smallmouth bass, a bit smaller. Till $10 is pretty all right. So now that we have the fish reeled in, you bunch get a wave. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for coming to watch the little relaxing fishing. So let's cast in a bit different direction. Yeah, it's indeed a pretty nice, calm, relaxing game compared to many, that it's not too busy most of the time unless you're fighting a fish. Otherwise it's pretty nice. Watch the birds and the water and wait for fish to strike. Alright, there's something hooked. This is actually at least a little bit bigger because there's more tension while reeling it in. Oh, that's a big white crappie. 810 grams. Not a very valuable fish, but that's actually a very big white crappie. Usually have gotten like only a very small one. No, have not fallen asleep while playing this. No, though might have yesterday when tried to start and suit up, and actually was so tired from having gotten the second vaccination that day that actually fell asleep on the chair for half an hour or more, which was like might have fallen asleep also fishing, but it was before started streaming. So no, have not fallen asleep playing this proper. Yesterday that might have been a risk. So we need to buy more bait as we ran out, and might try again the slightly fancier like a proper worm instead of the maggot. They are a bit more expensive, so let's buy a few of those and see how we do with the red worm. Of course, hoping for a nice striped bass, which seems to be like the best fish in this lake. Indeed, Camu. Fish time again, and now noticed also your question, as you had used channel points with very minor question like life outside Earth, and would probabilistically, as it's usually argued, that it has to exist, but would also add that it very probably has to be furry also by probability, kind of like it is more probable to have more aesthetically pleasing than non-aesthetically pleasing results. So would argue that also the life outside Earth has to be furry. So there's your very excellent channel points answer. And yes, hello Ticatron, great to see you, and now that we got the fish, you both get a wave. Welcome to the stream. Very nice smallmouth bass, $11, so already almost pays for half the more fancy bait. Let's again cast out for more fish. Yeah, that would be probable, like if we give kind of infinite amount of tries, there would be most probably also the exact reproduction of the overall simulated scene in actual reality given enough tries. So in that respect, most probably considering the amount of stars and amount of exoplanets, it would be a reasonable theory. Oh, this is a big fish, it's fighting proper, so or at least it's fighting a bit, not quite as much as expected. Bluegill, still though $9, so not quite release material. And then cast out. Ah, Fragilities, welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. Alright, this is actually a big fish, as it's fighting proper. Yeah, we are actually at times increasing the distance, so a proper face to fish. Smallmouth bass, $30. New record, 1.87 kilograms, so that's actually a very nice catch. Nice fish. And also the new follower, of course, gets a wave. Hello. I said welcome to the stream. Alright, and let's cast out for more fish. So how has your day been, Tikatron? Oh, this is also a bit larger fish. It's putting up some fight. Another smallmouth bass. Again, $20. Pretty nice. Nice fish. Alright, and then we need more bait, so the leech doesn't apparently work for... Yeah, it actually works for quite a few of these, so we could also try the leech for a bit more money. Let's see if it's actually better. At least it looks like nice shiny black in the 3D view, so maybe it's better. Let's have a try with that. There we go. Alright, there's something hooked. It's a bit heavier at least, as it's causing more tension than the average small fish. White crappie, 1/2 kilogram, so let's sell that and try again. That was not like, at least it pays for the bait, but not much more. At least the leech doesn't this far seem necessarily better bite-wise. But it costs $2 more. Alright, there's again something hooked. A bit larger, as it's causing much more tension than the really small ones. Alright, new record, white crabby, 1.24. $20, so actually not too bad at all. Probably going to again use just the slightly more cost-effective maggot, as this has also worked pretty well. So let's try with the maggot again. Alright, there's something, and it's actually putting up a pretty good fight. So the more expensive bait was not necessarily that much better, at least not in this exact case. Striped bass, not very large, 2 kilograms, but it's still 32. So let's try the same direction again. Striped bass is always a nice catch. Pretty much, at least from once have seen this far, the best fish in this lake. Easily. There's a couple of kilograms sells for in excess of $30. Alright, let's reel this in. Smallmouth bass. Almost a kilogram, $15, so also quite nice. We can actually soon get the $400 license for the different lake again if we got a couple of good fish more, so that we have enough money for bait there, so we can also get a new license very soon for different lake again. Alright, that must be a really small fish. Like almost no tension, like what, 10 grams. Like just reel it straight in. White crappie, like the smallest ever. That we are going to release like 60 grams. Really. Let's try a bit different direction. And again wait for strike. Alright, that was a very good strike. Moderate sized fish though, but alright. Well, yes, certainly going to release that. Alright, something is nibbling at the hook, and it's a bit bigger. A bit of fighting proper. Oh, very nice striped bass. $47. Almost 3 kilograms. Pretty much the best fish on this lake. So now we can actually buy a license for a new lake for 400, as we do not really need new equipment immediately, so we can buy a license for St. Zenos Lakes, which contains in Europe, and it actually contains even 45 kilogram carps, for which our equipment might be a bit small, but it also has other fish, so we can try at a new lake, which is interesting. This has different fish from the two earlier ones altogether, like pike and perch and catfish. So that will be interesting. Might be actually that our equipment is not sufficient for that lake, but we'll see that soon. Will it be like in pro pilkki or pro ice fishing, there was this message that too big fish took your bait altogether. We'll see soon. So let's go to the newly purchased license. Alright, and here we are. Looks like this is again a lake where you get to walk around quite a bit. Looks nice. Morning fog and very stylish forest. So then we just need to buy bait and try for some fish. So let's see what kind of bait we should try. Would maggot work also for carp? Yes. And probably also the catfish and roach. So let's buy a few maggots and look at the map. Quite a few, because this actually has 4 reservoirs of water, so we can choose where to try fishing. Let's try the smaller one first from here. So would this be the smaller or the larger reservoir? I think it's the smaller one, so let's walk here and cast for fish. First cast at the new lake, very interesting, exciting what we actually will catch. Alright, and there's something hooked. A bit heavier, but not excessively feisty fish. Silver carp. 320 grams, $6. As we are not very wealthy now after the license, we are for now selling that, but later on probably would release that, because it's anything under 5 to consistently release, and that's almost like it would have a bit more money, would release also the 6 or such. Better always to, for good karma, release them, so maybe they grow to be larger fish when financially possible, so that we can still buy bait. Alright, another. Yeah, this is a bit bigger, it's actually fighting us. Still not a terribly feisty fight. bream. Very round, chunky fish. Looks nice and sells for 15 at almost a kilogram, so certainly. Let's try casting in a bit different direction. Yeah, very chunky compared to the earlier, quite slender fish. Alright, we have a bite. Quite modest fishes. It's only causing medium tension. Crucian carp, also new species for us. $4, so that's a release. And again, let's see what we catch. Interesting new species. And again a medium fish. Chop. Alright. 1.3 kilograms. This is actually a pretty nice scale pattern and very good price when we consider it's a kilogram, and it's already $17, so actually quite nice catch. 10 more bait, so we might try again the slightly more expensive fancier worm and see how well this works for this lake. So let's try the red worm here next. It's interesting to try different bait and see how well they give catches. Always interesting in that respect for fishing, because the fly and the kind of different baits clearly give a bit different species preference and different bite frequency in different locations and weather. So this actually models at least some kind of fish finding, fish behavior, or just kind of chance to catch fish. So it's interesting also in that respect that it has some modeling apparently behind the overall fishing. whether this kind of a bait gets more or less bites here. Good bite. Though quite medium fish. But the bite was very strong. Again the Crucian carp, like a very small fish. Let's release that. And another try. Yeah, the really small fish. But at least do think it's good karma to release them, so they might grow larger later on. Like to think that way for the like couple of dollars and release improves your fishing karma. Alright, premature strike, that didn't quite work out. Let's see if anything bites up close here. For a closer cast. Sometimes a closer cast does work, sometimes not, depends on the profile of the bottom also, and that's not directly visible on the map, and the sonar shows only fish, at least on the boat that tried earlier, so it's hard to always say what would be the best distance for a cast, at least without experience. Interestingly, this game doesn't provide depth charts. Alright. Something actually bit. Half a kilogram. $9 considering the price of the bait. Let's sell this to make sure we have more bait and cast again a bit further. Yeah, the one fish that was not very large had a very strong bite, like the fishing popper goes sideways quite a bit, but it was probably hungry or something, we might playfully suspect. Yeah, the small fish doesn't get to eat as much. Alright, this is a big fish. Proper fight. Yeah, this is a really big fish because can't almost reel it in any. Alright, now it got a bit more tired, but this is something quite different from the small ones. Really pulled out at first. Wow. silver carp. That's big fish. 3.5 kilograms. New record, $55. Very nice fish. Yeah, that was a nice catch. As it was said in the description that this lake has carp in it. Nice fish. Alright, that's a good bite. And it's not the smallest fish either, it's fighting pretty well. Yeah, this is also a pretty interesting fish, if we can reel it in. It's putting some effort to not getting caught. That was interesting, like 250-gram fish, and it fights quite a bit. And certainly after the previous catch, going to release this one. New record at Crucian carp, and it fought actually very hard. Let's release. Yeah, some of the fish fight really hard compared to their size. With that kind of catches we can certainly keep going with the worm for now. Yeah, it's interesting that some of the smaller fish actually fight really hard comparatively, like the amount of tension, especially from the Crucian carps a couple of times, has been a surprise. But that's also realistic for fishing. You do not really know what you have on the other end of the line until you reel it in. Alright, there's something. Again, at least a feisty fish. It might of course be the Crucian carp again, but let's see. It's pulling distance, so this is actually a very strong fish. Alright, gradually getting it reeled in. Oh, almost 2 kilograms, $30. Very nice fish again, and a new record for a chop. Nice leek fish. Do like the scale pattern on it quite a lot. Nice catch. And let's cast for more fish. and we have something on the other end of the fishing line. A bit more modest, or at least less feisty fish this time. Again, one of the chunky ones, and actually it's almost a kilogram and $13, so alright, catch. Do you think this is the first time Doc actually sees the skunk suit, and actually do also play different games with different suits? The main wolf plays for example other games in turn. For example, the Neverwinter Nights, the main wolf plays. Sometimes also play MTG Arena and such, and then it's the Griffin. Alright, that's like the smallest, 150 grams. Certainly a release. Yeah, the really small fish. Yeah, tiny would be even better, like would be an insult towards the small fish. And again we have something to reel in. Ah, good night, Camu. We'll give you a wave once have reeled this in, so. Alright, quite small silver carp, so that will also be a release, but good night. And thanks for watching again, Camu. So let's release this and buy more bait. No problem, will be again probably fishing tomorrow and seeing about doing Neverwinter Nights a bit later in the week once again. So probably tomorrow also some fishing. Interesting is the fly, actually interesting for, it's interesting for quite a few. It's cheap and a bit different, so let's try the fly out of interest. How does using the fly instead of the maggot effect bites here? Then we have mostly tested the usual baits and do know that the worm and the maggot at least work pretty well, so let's try the fly also. At least this far it doesn't seem like a very successful bait here. Alright, and immediately when say that we do have a bite, and actually quite modest, but still. So let's see the next fish. Yeah, release. Like the really small fish again, but it was a bite, so let's try also the rest of these to see if it works any better. Alright, that was a bit premature. Yes, indeed, I'm also finish. Let's do a proper long cast again and try. Again, quite modest fish. Yeah, that's a release. Let's try this direction. Yeah, it's probably also partially due to that much of Luna's usual community is from the same Finnish furry circles who have known Luna for a long time, so it's like you meet quite a few of the usual kind of long-term Finnish furs when you are around Luna, because it's much of the same furs have known each other for a long time here, so much of it is also Luna's community. That's like 10 grams of fish. New record. Roach. New species, and like, no thank you, go back. So let's try again. That was like the smallest fish we have caught this session. maybe. Fortunately, there also tend to be big fish, but of course big fish are more rare, so and fortunately overfishing is not a problem when the fish are simulated, so more. Alright, premature, so let's try again. Alright. Medium-sized fish with a bit of tension on the line though. Maybe it's again one of the very small carps. No, chop actually. $10, so let's sell that and buy again a few of the maggots and try one of the other lakes in this. So we were here, so let's try this spot. Through the forest to the water front. So let's see how this body of water works for us. Alright, at least it contains a very light fish. Almost no tension. $40 grams, new record. Yeah, back you go. So let's try again. Hopefully there's also something else than the 40 gram guy here. Yes, at At least that was a bit stronger bite. And a lot stronger fish. At least feisty for a bit. So might be one of the fish that fight quite hard without being too sizable. Yeah, this is again a different kind of fish. New record, $8. Let's release for one experience. Let's cast one more and then probably conclude fishing for today with good progress, new lake and all, and see who to potentially raid if there's still some fur online for us to raid. So this cast and then we'll see. Alright, there's something. Yeah, with this tension our last catch is going to be again maybe 50 grams. $80. Wow. Let's release them, and we caught altogether 19 fish totaling 11.55 kilograms this season from the new lake, and largest one was the nice big silver carp, so not too bad fishing at the new lake either. So let's see if we can raid some fur next. To finish with, tomorrow there should be more fishing. Let's raid. My name is Yuna. He seems to be playing something called The Long Dark with the comment, my own species hunting me, considering he's a dog. Sounds curious, so let's raid my name is Yuna and see what's happening with him. No problem. You're welcome, and there should be more fishing with the skunk tomorrow. So let's raid. And of course you get the wave also. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll join the skunk or the other critters again soon. And here we go.